All right. And now we will load this data again back to the software. Okay, so let's go. All right. And we can go here, project, and then additional options, load well data. Okay. And here in schedule files dialog, we have layers, trajectories, groups, events, history, this format, and well logs. Okay. So let's say we want to update our model. Okay. Not only limited to this model, but yeah, we want to update any model. What we mean by updating can be update by unloading trajectory, not unloading, by loading new trajectory from new well, by loading, well event, perforation or shut-in, and updating by loading new production history. Okay, so we will do just that. So here we want to upload trajectory, go to trajectory, and then here, click here to add file. And of course, we want to add this file. Okay, click on open. And here, the type, make sure we select trajectory. Okay, so that's for uploading trajectory from for the 5 wells. But we have one new well. So we click here to add file. And in the case of the case provided by tNavigator, they provided us with this file. Go to file here, well9.trj, so it's trajectory file. Click on open and here change it to trajectory. Okay, so far so good. So we have loaded the data, the trajectory for existing 5 wells and one new well. And not only trajectory, we also want to add events. Okay, events, of course, for the new well. So click on this one and this one, perf well 9. Okay, so let's set here. So if we go to the file, by the way, file. Okay, so this is the file. Okay, it's just name of the well 9. This is the date. Okay, the date on which the well be drilled and completed. Okay, and actually the date on which the well is perforated. So on this date, the well is perforated. This is the top interval, and then this is the bottom interval. This is well diameter, and this is the skin factor. I mean, this is the well radius. Okay, so let's go back. So it's very easy. It's very simple. And we will input this information onto the software. And let's go back to the software. Okay, so we will set up here. So automatically tNavigator will give us this. Okay, skip lines 0 because we only have one line. So we don't want to skip that line. So skip line 0. And well is well 9. The date is this one, 1 October 2014. And then the event is perforation, top interval, bottom interval, radius, and then skin factor 0. And click on this one, skip line. So we will skip anything after this skin column. Okay, so far so good. So yeah, sometimes this happen, we cannot see the OK button. Hopefully I can touch the OK button. All right. Okay. At this current visualization, I cannot see my OK button, but yeah, it's okay. Later I can click on that OK button, but let's continue further. Now let's go to history. In this window, we will input the new historical data. Okay. So again, the tNavigator already provide us with history for month here. Okay. So as you can see previously, I showed you the last time step, okay, is on in September 2014. And we will add more data, October, November, and December. Okay, here. So we add new data for 4 months. Okay, so let's go back to the, so click here to add file, history 4 month. Okay, now we will skip this line. So in skip line, we type in 1. Okay, it's different from the previous data for event. There is only one line, so I don't want to skip that line, so skip line will be 0. In this case, the first line is not necessary because we already have the header here, so we will skip this first line. Okay, so far so good. So in this case, we use metric unit. So this well 10, this column is the name of the well. This is the date of the event or the date of the production. And this is the oil production, water injection rate, and the rest will be skipped. So we can use skip line. Okay, so far so good. By the way, we can go to the last time step just to check. Okay, so now we have historical data up to December 2014. Okay, so if we go down here, we have data up to the December 2014. Okay, to take into account in cumulative production calculation all available data, including December 2014, end date should be chosen to be, can we find the end date? Oh, it's again resolution issue. I somehow cannot see my end date button, so let me pause a little while here. Okay, so I switch to a wider monitor to solve the resolution issue. So let's redo what we just did. So trajectory, this one, type trajectory, and let's load this for well 9. And then for the event, click here, and then this is the event, skip line 0, and then after skin we will skip, and then okay, and history, click here, history 4 months, skip line 1, and then after water injection rate we will skip. Okay, so here please be careful here. So we have flow rate data for December 2014. So this data will be applicable for the entire December 2014. Okay, so to capture the cumulative information, okay, the end date should be 1 January 2015. Okay, if we stop at December 1st, 2014, the cumulative production in December 2014 will not be considered, will not be included. Okay, so to capture all the flow rate in December 2014, we will end the date in 1st January 2005, 2015, I mean. Okay, so yeah, you can also check the apply historical data to previous step and assign 0 values to model dates missing in historical data. Okay. All right. So I think we are done here in this section. And you can also use well efficiency factor if you want. Okay. Oh yeah, one last thing before we click on OK. So basically, this production data means so the flow rate between 1 September 2014 to 1 October, it will be this rate. Okay, and then this rate will be applicable for 1st October to 1st November. And from 1st November to 1st December, these rates will be applicable. And lastly, these rates will be applicable for 1st December to 1st January on the next year. Okay, so yep, that's for the production history. And then we need to also include the control. So click on control and let's also yeah already imputed automatically. So basically the historical data will also be used as control or as constraint. Okay, so it will guide the computation during the simulation. So wells type, we use detect by rate, and for producers, control mode will be based on liquid rate. Okay, and we also use bottom hole pressure. So the minimum bottom hole pressure as another control or another constraint is 50 bars. And okay, and what else? And for the water injection, so the control mode will be injection rate and bottom hole pressure. The maximum will be 450. Okay, so the bottom hole pressure, the constraint for 50 bars. So far so good. Yeah, if you have the well lock, you can input the well lock. And yeah, we can click on OK. So you can see in this resolution, after I change to wider monitor, I can see my OK button. Okay, so click on OK. Schedule process successfully. You will be able to see the changes after schedule is reloaded. So yes. So after reloading, let's check the files here. We already have our user file. Previously, we don't have this one. So let's just check.